God created the world in 6 days, and on the seventh day he rested. And because of that, the Israelite people, the Jewish people, ever since have rested on the seventh day as a reminder to themselves that God is at work, even when we are not. I think maybe that's why in the Eastern churches, this day, the Saturday before Easter, is referred to as the Great Sabbath. Because while the world was in shock, while the world is mourning the loss, the death of Christ, God was at work. God was doing something amazing that we will prepare to celebrate tomorrow. So as we continue this Lectio Divina series, as we continue to read and pray through the stories of Jesus last week, I want to look at two stories from Matthew 27, the aftermath of Jesus' death and his burial, as we prepare tomorrow to recall, to celebrate that his death and burial weren't the end, but that he was resurrected and was raised to life as our King and Savior. Matthew 27 says this, starting in verse 50. And when Jesus had cried out again in a loud voice, he gave up his spirit. At that moment, the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. The earth shook, the rocks split, and the tombs broke open. The bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. They came out of the tombs after Jesus' resurrection and went into the holy city and appeared to many people. When the centurion and those with him who were guarding Jesus saw the earthquake and all that had happened, they were terrified and exclaimed, "Surely he was the Son of God." Many women were there, watching from a distance. They had followed Jesus from Galilee to care for his needs. Among them were Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James and Joseph, and the mother of Zebedee's sons. As evening approached, there came a rich man from Arimathea named Joseph, who had himself become a disciple of Jesus. Going to Pilate, he asked for Jesus' body, and Pilate ordered that it be given to him. Joseph took the body, wrapped it in a clean linen cloth, and placed it in his own new tomb that he had cut out of the rock. He rolled a big stone in front of the entrance to the tomb and went away. Mary Magdalene and the other Mary were sitting there opposite the tomb. This part of the story ends with Jesus' disciples sitting confused in the midst of great sorrow, unsure what to do, unsure what God was doing, waiting for God to do something miraculous. So on this great Sabbath, as we watch and wait for God to do his amazing work, let's think about these stories and this text with the same four questions that we've used before this week. What does the text say? What's going on in the story? What happens? Who does it? What does the text say to you? What stands out? What maybe jumps out at you from this text for the first time as you read through it? What does this text make you want to say to God? Are there things in this text that bring up prayers to your heart, that bring up concerns or fears or challenges? What difference does this text make in your life? What difference does this story of Jesus' death, the story leading up to Jesus' resurrection, what difference does that make? How will that make you a more committed follower? I'm really glad that we've been able to spend this time together this week, this time reading and praying. And I look forward to being with you all tomorrow, to celebrating with you all tomorrow as we remember and celebrate Jesus' resurrection and the life and hope that that brings. We'll see you then.